Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I wore this hairstyle a couple days ago and had a lot of people asking how to do it for tutorials, saying that they couldn't do it, that it was too difficult. So I thought I'd whip up a quick little tutorial on how you can do this crown braid yourself. You don't need a lot to do it. It's not difficult. It would look great if you had extensions in. I do not, but I feel like if you had extensions in, because it does use a lot of your hair in the braid, that it would make it look a little fuller. I saw someone post it on Instagram and watched her video, and she didn't really explain how to do it, just showed her doing it. So I thought maybe I'd try and help walk you through a little more. Anyway, if you want to learn how to recreate this crown braid, keep watching.
Hey guys, okay, let's get started. So I've already washed and blow dried my hair. I dried it with a round brush, but other than that, I didn't do anything different. You will need for this a brush, a fine-tooth comb. I like the kind with this little pick on the end. Some hairspray. I like to use some texturising spray and some bobby pins the color of your hair, along with 1 or 2 clear elastics. First, we're going to start by parting our hair. We're on the side that you want to part it, and go ahead and give it a nice clean part, a little deeper on the side than maybe you normally would for this look. And then we're going to brush your hair. No tangles allowed for this. It'll make it harder. So Marsha Brady the crap out of your hair. It is Marsha, right? Yeah, just brush it. And then we are going to, using our fine-tooth comb, this is why I like the one with the pick at the end, grab a thin section of hair about 2 or 3 inches wide and just really thin, and we're going to break that into 3 pieces and start with our braid. We're going to do a Dutch braid for this look, so you're going to cross under the middle piece of hair. So each time the middle piece will be on top. So the first couple crosses, we're going to just do a regular braid, and then we'll incorporate additional hair into our braid, making it a French braid. So cross the back under the middle, and then the front under the middle. We're going to do that about 3 times, and then you're going to grab, starting from the front, incorporating some hair into that front strand, cross that under the middle strand, and incorporate some hair from the back, just a small piece, and then we're going to cross that under the middle. Keep in mind that this is going to go around our head, so you're going to kind of want to angle the braid back the whole time, and that'll help you pick up the correct pieces of hair, making the wraparound easier and not so messy. So here we are again, picking up from the back, incorporating it to the back strand and crossing it under, and continue to do that, picking up from the front and the back until you reach your temple. Try to keep your braid as tight as possible too, and we'll loosen it up at the end, but that'll help keep all the hairs in place. So keep braiding until you get to right about here, and then we're just going to start picking up from the back of the head only, no more in the front. And this is when we'll start to kind of wrap the braid around the back of our head. So keep the braid tight. You may have to position your hands and rearrange the 3 strands a little bit. It gets a little tricky, but you'll do what feels right to you. And just keep angling back and around. Again, we're just still picking up from the back of the head. Here I had to rearrange my hands and my head so that you could see. And we're still just picking up from the back as we go around. My hands were losing circulation at this point, I'm not gonna lie. They're turning a little red. That's kind of embarrassing. Ignore it. Keep picking up the back. It's okay if it gets a little messy, and we'll fix it in the end. Here we are about halfway through, and this is where it gets a little tricky because you have to rearrange your hands. Your arms are falling asleep. It's hurting a little numb, and you can't see what you're doing, but really if you just pick up a small portion of hair and incorporate it into that back piece, well, it becomes the top piece at this point, but if you just keep, you'll feel it. I promise it'll make sense. Just keep going. Here's where you'll have to rearrange your hand again, and you're going to want to start picking up and angling toward the front of your head, towards your eye, because this is where it's going to wrap around the top of your head and become the crown portion of the braid. And then once you've incorporated that last piece close to your face, you just start braiding as normal, as low as you can. I have all kind of layers going on right now, so it's funky. So I ended up actually going back and adding a second braid to the very bottom. Here, I just like to pull apart my braid, just tugging on the pieces. You don't have to be too gentle with it. You're not going to mess it up, but this makes the braid look chunkier, a little less polished, and just makes it look fuller. Don't be afraid to tug at those pieces. You might see some of your hair kind of coming out of the braid, but it's okay. It'll look fine once we're finished, I promise. Here's where I just added a second little braid because there were so many different layers that it wasn't working for me. Next, I'm going to take some hairspray and just spray all over that braid and kind of just run my hands down. That'll help with any flyaways or loose pieces that are trying to come out. Now it's time for the braid. I like to put the braid on the top. You can put it on the bottom half over your forehead, but I just prefer it the top way. So I'm going to add it on top of the braid we started with. Wrap it around and just tuck. I'm going to bobby pin here to secure the braid, and then I'm going to tuck the tail of the ponytail into the bottom portion of the braid and then secure it with bobby pins. So you can use as many bobby pins as you need to secure the braid to your head, to the two pieces of braid together, to hide any flyaways. Just use a mirror to look in the back of your head to make sure you have it all tucked away, and the clear rubber band shouldn't really show. So just continue placing bobby pins anywhere you need to secure the braid, tuck in any flyaways, and then we're going to spray, spray, spray. Don't ask me why I make this weird stink face when I spray hairspray. It's really weird.
So you can leave it just like this with the straight hair, or I like to pair it with just some loose wave. I'm using this NUME wand. It's a 32 millimeter, I believe.
So for these curls, I pick up a piece of hair about an inch wide and wrap it flat around the wand, and then I leave about 2 inches at the bottom, and I kind of roll the wand back and forth. For some reason, it just kind of gives it the waves that I want and makes the curls stay. So I'm just going to continue doing that around my head, alternating away from my face and toward my face, mostly away, but I do a couple toward my face just so that the curls don't blend together completely. I learned this like sliding trick, and it's really made my curls last. I don't know what it is, but now that we have the curls, I like to run my fingers through just to kind of break up the curls, and then I'll spray some texturizing spray, making that stink face again. This is completely optional, but I like the way that it makes my curls look and last. Then I also like to tease the root a little bit to kind of give some volume underneath the braid. And then very end, I'll take my fingers and kind of scrunch up the braids, teasing them a little bit too, just to kind of make them look a little fuller and messy since I don't have extensions in. And one more spray and stink face, and we're done. Now you have a simple Dutch crown braid and some loose curls, which is perfect for spring, flirty, fun, and romantic.
So that is it. It's not super difficult. I know it might have looked a little tricky, but really you just kind of have to do it and play with it and see what works for you. So yeah, I hope you like it. I hope this helped. Let me know what you think. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I've got some more fun hair and makeup tutorials and recommendations and talk throughs coming soon. If you have a special request, definitely let me know. Leave it in the comments below, or tweet me, or post on my blog or Instagram or whatever. That's the look. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. My friend Amanda just texted asking which blender sponge to use. Important question. My camera just tried to commit suicide. Glad I saved it. That could have been an expensive disaster. And wear it all the way back. The camera just fell. I saved it. That was so scary.